Recording in progress.
Hello everyone. Today I want to share something simple but powerful with you. The power of letting things come and go. In life, not everything stays. Feelings change, friends move on, we have good days and hard days. And that's okay. That's part of being human. There's a beautiful quote that says, "And the flowers always knew when it was time to say goodbye." Just think about it. Flowers don't hold on forever. They bloom when it's time, they fade when it's time, and they trust that another season will come. They let go with grace. Mindfulness helps us just to do the same. It teaches us to notice what's happening inside us, our thoughts, our feelings, without fighting them or holding on to it. When we are mindful, we understand that it's okay to feel joy. It's okay to feel sad. It's okay to let things pass. We don't need to rush. We don't need to cling. We just need to be present and trust that every moment, good or bad, will come and will go. So today, just take a breath. Notice where you are. Let go of what you don't need and just be here. Because peace does not come from holding on, it comes from knowing when to let go. Before we start today's session, I would like to give a brief summary of last week's program. At the beginning of the session, Swami Nuhanse told us about the power of letting things come and go. Then we practiced mindful walking and mindful sitting for about 10 minutes, followed by reading and discussing our reports with the group. Finally, we wrapped up the session with a fun flower making activity, which was done by Kiniti Auntie and concluded the program. Now, I will respectfully invite Venerable Dhammoshad Swami Nuhansa to start the program. Avsarai Swami Nuhansa. Swami Nuhansa, I can't hear you still. Not yet, Swami Nuhansa.
How about now?
Yes, Swami Nuhansa.
You for the one thing. I think that was really great. And even for the rat. And it has given us the talk for today. So anyways, everyone, welcome to yet another session. Mindfulness practice. By the way, if you're on video, you are able to turn on your video, please feel free to do so. Otherwise, we will just continue. Today's topic is a quote that goes like this.
Right, Bante.
Yes.
Cannot hear well.
Oh, really? Give me a moment. How is the sound? Is it choppy or is it breaking?
Now it's good, Bante, because I didn't
Ah.
hear from the beginning to now. Now only I heard.
Okay. If you hear any issues, please let me know.
Yes, Ben.
All right. Can we have the quote for today pulled up? Hi, thank you very much. So today we will be discussing this quote that goes like this. And when the cat moved, it moved with grace that was almost liquid, as if its bones were made of water. And when the cat moved, it moved with a grace that was almost liquid, as if its bones were made of water. Let's look at that cat right there. When I was growing up, I lived on a farm, and my father, he kept so many chickens. I think about not more than a thousand chickens. Can you imagine 1,000 chickens in one place? That's a lot of chickens. And if you live on a farm, you might know that wherever there's animals, there's gonna be some rats. Rats, those pesky rodents. Some people consider them pests. Rats. So when you live on a farm, a poultry farm where you keep chickens, there's going to be a lot of rats. And what my parents did was they got a cat. They got a cat to get rid of the rats, or at least to keep them away. So many times I saw a poor rat in the claws of a cat. Many times the cat did its job. So when I was growing up, we always had a pet cat. There was always a cat in the compound or in the house. And as you can see, the nature of cats, they're very, they're very flowy, they're very liquid. And someone did some experiment. If you throw a cat up in the air, it will always land on its feet. Have you ever seen something like that? You just toss a cat anywhere. It can't just fall like a sack of potatoes. It's always going to land on its feet because of this nature of the cat. It's very flexible. It knows how to turn and spin and stretch and things like that. So cats, this is why we consider cats to be like water. It's as if their bones are made of water. And so this is what we mean when we say that cats move with grace that is almost liquid. Do any of you have pet cats? No? Oh, Tanuka. Tanuka has a pet cat. Great. So how does this relate to mindfulness? How does this relate to mindfulness? Just like we have discussed the nature of the cat, it is very flexible. This is how our breath is. Our breath will always be according to the way we are ourselves, the way we feel. For example, when you're angry, we feel angry, you feel some anger. Do you breathe normally? Most people don't. And you might also have noticed this yourself, but people don't pay attention to this. When we feel angry or upset, our breathing becomes very shallow and very quick. We sort of go like, they're like huffing and puffing. When we feel so much rage that we feel like our face is hot. Some people get very angry, and if you look at them, you can even see the way they're breathing. They're huffing and puffing, short, shallow breaths. They just go like, See, now it's like the breath is taking the shape of our feeling. Or see this is my my water bottle. Yeah, it's kind of blurred in the camera, but there's water in it, and the water is taking the shape of the bottle. It's a long bottle, but if you put the water in a flat container, the water is flexible. It takes the shape of that flat container, so it looks like it's flat. And the very same with our breath. According to how we feel, the breath becomes like that. If we are very calm, we find that the breath is a lot deeper and a lot slower. We are able to breathe slowly. And just like this, as different feelings come and go inside of us, the breath just follows like that. When we are angry, shallow breaths, quick breaths. And when we are calm, just normal breaths. And when we have fear, when we fear something, we also find that the breath becomes very slow and it almost feels very cold just because we have this feeling of fear inside of us. So it's like the breath is taking the shape of what we are feeling. But when we start to practice mindfulness, when we are just calm, we 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 make a decision not to become distracted with the thoughts that come up in our mind or the feelings that we get when we see things, when we hear things, smell things, taste things, touch things with our body. If we make a resolution that whatever happens, I will just observe the breath, then the breath becomes natural. We don't do anything to it. And even if we get angry, we just observe it and we realize, so this is the nature of the breath when I have such kind of feelings. And when the anger goes away, you can see the difference. And then you notice, so this is how the breath changes when such feelings change. So what we can say is when we observe our breath without wanting it to change, we can say that we are being natural. We are just being the way things are. The last time I was on here with you, we discussed uh, about how the flowers are natural. When their season to bloom comes, they just bloom. No one controls anything. No one, no one has a schedule for the flowers to bloom. They just bloom on their own. And they stay after some time, they just die a natural death on their own without following any schedule, just the way things are. The flowers bloom, and after some time, they wilt and they wither and they die. So when we are doing mindful walking or when we are doing mindful sitting, and we just observe our objects of mindfulness, then we can say that we are just natural. We are just being ourselves. We are not trying to be someone else. We are not trying to control anything. If the breath is very deep and very long, we just let it be. We just observe it. We are at the present moment when we accept that in this moment, the breath is like this. And when we have some other kind of feeling and the breath is very, very shallow, or it could even be when we are sick, maybe when we have a cold, sometimes we feel like we cannot even breathe properly. We are breathing very quickly and taking very shallow breaths. It doesn't matter. We just accept the reality of this moment is that we are sick. And because of that, the breath is like this. We become flexible. And because of that, we don't feel agitated. Agitated means we don't feel like we are confused or like we are being troubled. We don't feel like we are troubled. We are just like a cat. We are flexible. Or we're just like the water that takes the shape of the container. Whatever happens, we are right in that moment with it. We're just there. So this is what I believe this is what the quote means. And when the cat moved, it moved with a grace that was almost liquid, as if its bones were made of water. Now, you know what? It's not that I believe this is what the quote means. It is actually what the quote means, right? Yeah, cats. If any of you are familiar with the practice of yoga, there is a pose that is inspired by many animals. Actually, there's the cow pose, there's the dog pose, there's also the cat pose. Why do you think the people who practice yoga get inspiration from all these poses? It's because the animals, when they make these bodily postures, they're just being natural the way they are. Things just happen for them naturally. And so when we take this particular inspiration from the animals, then we also allow ourselves just to be natural. We accept things just the way they are. And if any of you practices yoga, you will notice that um, it's really beneficial to help us calm our body and our mind. But our yoga is called mindful sitting and mindful walking. Anytime you feel that you are agitated, you are troubled, if you just come back to the object of your mindfulness, when we are sitting, we use the breath as the object of mindfulness. And when we are walking, we use the stepping left and stepping right as the object of mindfulness. Whenever you feel troubled and you come back to that particular object, your mind kind of becomes relaxed, kind of becomes free and natural because you're observing the reality of what is happening in that very moment. Your mind is not going somewhere else. If you're angry, you're not thinking about what made you angry, why it made you angry, or who was the person that was responsible for making you angry. You don't think about any of that. The object of our mindfulness reduces our attention to the very same present moment. And as Tenuka said in the introduction, this is being in the present moment, letting go of things, just watching things arising and passing away, arising and passing away. I don't know about you, but myself and many other people, we find this mindfulness to be very beneficial in our lives. And that is why people who practice mindfulness, most of the time when it works, they always have a calm disposition. They're very calm, very polite, and they seem very confident. Because of the way they have practiced, they have come to understand there is no need to change anything. There is no need to control anything. They are just contented. That means they're satisfied. They're just satisfied with how things are. If we are breathing in, we are just breathing in. Doesn't matter what thoughts come in the mind. Oh, this is boring. Oh, or tomorrow I have an exam. Or I'm trying to concentrate and someone is watching some funny videos on their phone and I can hear it. None of that matters. We are just accepting the reality of the present moment. That in this moment, there is breathing in, there is breathing out. In this moment, oh, there is hearing of something over there. Or, oh, I can smell something. But in any case, the breath is still coming in, the breath is still coming out. Then we are always natural. We are always just being natural. And that's the talk for today. So according to my clock, it looks like we can move on to actually practice what we have discussed today. So I would suggest that we move on to walking meditation. As usual, just find a short path where you can walk back and forth and recalling to mind these things that we have discussed. Let's just try to be natural. Whenever we step left, just know in your mind that you're stepping left, stepping right. Just know in your mind you're stepping right. And when you're doing this mindful walking, you will feel things like the texture of the floor where you're walking. Is it hard? Is it soft? Depending on the nature of this floor, things will come up in your mind. Oh, I am feeling this. Oh, it's like that. Or depending on the nature of your environment, you will hear things, you will smell things, you will see things. But always remember to come back to the object of your mindful walking, right? Remember, after this, we will write our experience, just a short version of our experience in the report. So, Niranja Auntie, will you time us?
Yes, Bante.
Ah, wonderful. So please let us proceed to mindful walking. And when the bell goes, let us reconvene here. Mindful walking. All right, everyone, let's return to our seat, please. Now let us move on to mindful sitting. The usual instructions are, if possible, sit with your butt straight up, sit up. Sit up, and we are going to make our breath the object of our mindfulness, breathing in and breathing out. Remember, whatever happens, let our mind be flexible. Don't try to control anything. If you notice that you're trying to control your breath, just stop right there and remind yourself, I'll just let the breath be as it is. I will just let it be like the water that takes the shape of the container. The water doesn't complain, doesn't struggle or anything, just takes that shape. So when we breathe in, nothing else is happening apart from breathing in. If we are breathing out, that is all that is happening. There is the breathing out. So let us sit up, close our eyes gently. You can place your hands by your side or on your laps. Close your eyes gently and observe the breath, breathing in and breathing out. Of course, you will have some thoughts, or you will hear things or smell things. But when that happens, just return to the natural breath. Just like the way the flower, it blooms on its own without us controlling it. And when it withers, it just withers on its own without us controlling it. Let the breath be like this. And then you will find that you will not be very distracted. You will be able to stick to the breath from time to time. Just like this, let's observe when we breathe in and when we breathe out. And when the bell goes, we will continue with the program. Mindful sitting. All right, everybody, you may open your eyes. Now we'll move on to the next portion of the program, which is report writing. Report writing, right? Yes. Um, we'll write a short version of our experience with mindful walking and mindful sitting. Just maybe for mindful walking, 5, 6 sentences. For mindful sitting, 5, 6 sentences as well. Just tell us what your experience was, and you can write this in your journal if you have one. But if you're new, then just grab a piece of paper and a pen and write your report. Now, let's get writing, and then afterwards, we will share our experiences. Once you're finished, please raise your Zoom hand, and we will share your report. So let us write our reports. one more minute, and we can wrap up the report writing and start sharing our results. Okay. Well, if you haven't finished, you can just wrap it up quickly. But I think we can start sharing our notes. Doesn't matter. I think what you have written is enough already. Just want to hear if you are able to put into practice what we discussed about mindfulness. So who shall we start with?
Okay, sign off. First, Tinu can unmute.
Mindful walking. I felt my steps. I heard people talking. When the bell rang, I sat down. I felt the soft carpet. Mindful sitting. I felt my breathing. I felt my hands touch together. I heard birds sing.
Very good, Kano. You experienced a lot of things. You felt things. You saw things. You heard things. And amongst all those things, you are still able to feel your breathing, right?
Yeah.
And you are still able to feel the carpet that you're walking on. It was soft, right?
Yeah.
Yes, good. So just like this, just that you are able to know something. Now this shows that you are being mindful. You know what is happening. So you are in the present moment. When you feel something, you know that you have felt something. When you hear something, you know that you have heard something. The same with seeing or smelling or tasting. And even every day as you're having your meals, when you put something in your mouth, you know that you have tasted something. You're not thinking about other things. You just know that you are tasting something, right?
Yes.
Yeah, so just keep on carry on with this mindfulness every day, Every day you can also do walking and sitting and write your own reports and even read it to yourself. And you see if you can keep continuing, if you can continue to know things as they are happening, as you see, as you hear, as you smell, as you taste, and as you
How's the first one?
keep up. We can move on to the fourth. Good.
Next, Laviru can unmute.
Mindful walking. I felt the floor had soft and rough places. I felt that the middle part of my feet touched the floor the most in the soft places of the carpet. I felt my hands touch each other. I felt that thoughts came and went sometimes. Mindful sitting. I felt that my eyes were closed. After some time, I felt I was in a thought, and my mindfulness instantly came back to the breath. I felt my nostrils were not very clear as usual. I felt that the outbreath touched my upper lips. I felt the gap that there was a higher gap between the inhale and exhale than usual. I felt that at the I felt relaxed at that moment. I felt some itchy sensations came, so I itched those places and felt comfortable. I felt my hands touching the chair, and sometimes I removed my hand from the chair. I felt that thoughts came and went. I heard the bell suddenly, and it was kind of a shock to me. A little shock. End of the report summary.
All right, Davido. You mentioned that uh, you felt itchy sensations. Did you scratch?
Yeah,
Ah, good. Well, I hope you are mindful of that scratching.
yeah,
Now, something about itch sensations. When we get them, we feel uncomfortable, right?
yeah,
Yeah. So next time when you feel something itchy, how about you just observe that itchiness and you observe that you are uncomfortable? The first thing that comes to our mind is, I need to get rid of this itch. So we scratch it. But if we just observe that itchiness, you know what happens? It goes away after some time and it's no longer there. So next time you feel some itch somewhere, and this also goes to everyone, just observe that itch. Just observe how uncomfortable it is making you without doing anything, without reacting to it. And after some time, when the itch goes away, you will be so happy. You will be so happy because as the itch goes away, then the discomfort of the itch, it also goes away. And you will feel such joy, such relief. Ah, now I am free of this itchiness. Now, this happiness, this is the happiness that comes with mindful experience. Things pass away, and when they pass away, we know, they don't stay forever. And so we feel joy. This is why people who are mindful, they always feel joy. They are always happy most of the time because they understand that whatever sensations come, whether pleasant or unpleasant, they come and they go away. So this is a challenge for you, Davido. Next time you feel some itchiness or some pain or some numbness, don't react to it. Just let it be the way it is. And when it goes away, let's see how you feel about that. Other than that, it's good that you are able to notice other things that were happening. That is great mindfulness. So keep it up. Let's move on to the next report.
Next,
Mindful sitting. For mindful sitting, when I sat down, I tried to keep my back straight. Any thoughts that I got, I ignored. For the majority of the time, I took deep breaths, focusing on my inhales and exhales. Then it was time to write my report. For mindful walking, it was similar to mindful sitting. At the start, I sometimes lost my concentration. After a bit, I ignored any thoughts and focused on how my feet made contact with the ground and my breathing. I walked 10 steps forward, then 10 back in the other direction. Then we moved on to mindful sitting.
Laminance, we can't hear you.
Aaron, are you with us?
Yeah,
Oh, is that the end of the report?
yeah.
Ah, wonderful. Right. So great mindfulness, noticing things as they come and they go. We see that you are able to count your steps one way and another. We see that you are able to stay with the object of your mindfulness when you're walking, stepping right, stepping left, stepping right. And when you're sitting, you're observing your breath. It's good that you notice the thoughts are coming and going. Most of the times, not necessary to go into the details of the thoughts. What am I thinking? Why am I thinking? Or what is the cause that is leading to this thinking? So it is good that you are just able to observe them instead that you are ignoring those thoughts. Yes, they can be in the background. The thoughts are still there and you're still thinking, but you're keeping your attention on the object of your mindfulness, which is sitting, which is just the in breath and the out breath. And so after some time, you do understand these thoughts. They just come and they go, and I don't do anything about it. I'm not controlling them. They're just happening on their own. This is just how natural things are. I don't have to do anything. If it is a thought that is making you excited or anxious or nervous or worried, like we always say, you can't make use of these thoughts. You can't take this thought, you can't put it in your pocket, you can't put it in a bottle, you cannot sweep it out the door. It's just something that is there on its own. When it comes, it goes away on its own. So when we come back to the object of mindfulness, we feel natural, we feel free. We are not troubled by anything. We are not moved by anything. So keep up with your mindful practice every day, just 10 minutes, walking, sitting, and keep writing your reports, and your mindfulness will keep going. Excellent, Aaron. Let's move on to your next report.
Only you can now.
Mindful walking. I didn't get to do mindful walking today. Mindful sitting. I breathed in and out peacefully while some wind blew in my face. I got an itchy sensation on my arm, but I ignored it and it eventually went away. That's my mindful report.
Oh, we have another victim of itchiness here. Olu also felt some itchiness. Uh, yeah, Olu, was it uncomfortable when the itchiness was there?
Only you can now.
Yeah, yeah.
Ah, yes. And when the itchiness went away, how did you feel? Did you feel happy, like you were free from something?
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. This is what happens with all our experiences, all our feelings, and not just uncomfortable feelings, even feelings of excitement. I remember when I was younger and we had to go on a field trip, a school field trip, like the next day. I used to get so excited, so much excited that I can't even sleep at night. But then now this excitement becomes a problem because if I don't sleep at night, tomorrow morning I will feel tired and I will have some trouble. So you see now, even good feelings, they can become trouble, excitement and joy. When you feel so much of it, it disturbs your mindfulness. You're not able to stay in the present moment. So the best thing to do is to just understand, at this moment, there are feelings of joy, there are feelings of excitement. And just like all feelings, whether good or bad, they come and they go. They come and they go. You cannot do anything about it. You cannot pick them, cook them. You cannot flush them in the toilet. You cannot do anything about them. They just happen naturally. When we observe these feelings naturally, we also become natural. We become confident. And we are not troubled. So great mindfulness, Oli. You could have. Let's move on to the next one.
Swami Nuance, may I give my expression next?
Sorry, what's that?
May I give my report next, Swami Nuance?
Yes, of course. Please go ahead.
Authorized Swami Nuance. Mindful walking. First, I felt that the floor was cold and my feet were a little moist and sticky. I saw that most of the mindful walking was smooth and predictable, meaning that I was walking and it felt like not much energy was needed. I saw my hands swaying from side to side and my feet touching the perfect spot on the ground. And I saw that I was keeping the right distance from and I saw that my foot were keeping the right distance from one another. Once something unpredictable happened, like when I saw a small ant on the place where I was going to keep my foot. First, I saw that my toes were getting tight, and I just slightly changed my foot placement onto somewhere else. This just felt like a normal thing, but at that slight split moment, that tight feeling, that pause, I kind of felt like my body was ready to do whatever possible on not to step on that ant. Mindful sitting. First, I felt that the seat was cold, and because I washed my feet, it kind of felt like it was cold, but sometimes it was kind of burning. I saw that my body was going front, going back and forwards because of the breathing. And I saw that I was unknowingly trying to counteract that motion slightly. When breathing in, I saw that the air going in my nose was not that smooth, as I heard sounds as I heard the sound change quickly within one breath. It sounded kind of turbulent. Thank you.
Thank you for the report, Seneca. Um, Now your experience with the ant today. Uh, I think now yes, you're able to see how you start reacting to things. You see something and then you think about it. And because you have thought about it, then you decide to you make a decision. Maybe I should not do this. Maybe I should proceed with doing this. Now, this mindfulness, you can see it at work here. we are starting to see the origin of our thoughts and our feelings. They just come when something else happens. But what I mean to say is, when we see something like the way you saw the ant, it is only because you saw that ant that you try to decide to change your steps. And in the same way, when we hear things, when we smell things, when we taste things, or when we touch things with our own body, it is because of these experiences that we make decisions. We make decisions to do something, to control our body, to change our body, to change our situation. But when we remain with the object of mindfulness, we just observe these things coming and going. We don't need to react to anything. We don't need to change anything, to control anything. And so when these things pass away, these thoughts or these feelings or these intentions to do something, when they go away, then we feel some joy, we feel some relief. It's like we were having an itch somewhere, like we heard from other participants. And when that itch goes away, you understand, oh, so this thing was not staying here forever. Can you imagine if you had an itch that was staying there forever? Oh my goodness, it would be so terrible. An eternal itch, an itch that stays forever. That would be so terrible. But the nature of things is they just come and they go. So an itch cannot stay forever. If you have an itch that stays forever, I think you will be the first human being to have such an itch. So when we think things, when we are doing mindful sitting and mindful walking, when things come to our mind and we want to make a change in our body, we want to move something else, and we want to control something else, just knowing that that is happening, that is being mindful. And when we take this mindful experience to our daily life, when we are going to school or when we are bathing or when we are eating or doing usual house duties, house chores, if we keep up with this mindfulness, then we will always be making the right decisions. So, Tenka, I hope you got something from that. I went a little bit deep, but that overall is a great report that you are able to know these little things that are happening with your body and also with your mind. All right. Looks like now we are a bit way past.
Pasala sir. I think Niranja auntie has some homework to share next after my full reports.
Pasala Swamin Hansa. Last week, Kiniti did this like flower blooming.
Yeah,
Bante was
definitely.
talking the topic. So I have 2 photos received. Let me share. This is, I think, Laviru. He can explain if he wants the experience, Bante.
I like started it, and like it was like first it was like starting to like the ink was like traveling up with the water, and like for an instance it felt like it was like blooming, and like a few like moments later it was like wilting and stuff. It was like kind of quick.
Thank you, Laviru. And have another one. This is Harini's. I think she's not here, Bante.
Oh, this one's picked up the color very well.
Yes, Bante. And I have another video of Tenulis, but it cannot download. So I have to ask her to send me again, Bante, maybe next week.
Hari. No problem. Now, I think with this, do we have an activity for today?
Yes, Bante, and I would like to introduce another facilitator, Samanthi. Bante haven't met her, I think. She was with us at the beginning, and she had something else to do. Now she's back with us.
Ah, wonderful.
And yeah, over to you, Tenuka, so you can invite.
Pasala Swami Hansa, now I would like to invite Samanthi Auntie to start with our mindful activity.
Great.
Right, Bhante. Happy to meet you all at this platform again. Hope that everyone is happy and practice mindful for a while. Now let's see today what we are going to do.
Yes, Samanthi. We have to change. We have to tell them that we change the activity today. What Bante asked, because we ran sort of like finding things. So Samanthi, like what we asked was like newspaper, no need. So what you want, Samanthi, you can go ahead with that.
Yes, any paper. Any kind of paper can be used, even newspaper, or the used, some waste papers might be used for this, anything, right? Okay, let's go with the work. Now you can see Bhante was speaking about the water-like body of the cat, and how cats are living. Like they are always searching for the most comfortable place and the posture, and they enjoy life. You may have seen them. So we are making them today and see how we can create that mindfully. So as we know, when we do any activity, we become mindful to that completely, to be at that moment and to enjoy our work. I think you all are ready with any kind of piece of paper, right? Any size even can be. So for a typical paper, I just got an A4 sheet, right? A4 sheet can be used, but I don't want the whole A4 sheet as well. Then we are becoming mindful to each action what we do. You know, when we touch something, when we look at something, when we feel something, we become mindful to that. So then we can enjoy our work. So I like if you all can keep the video on and enjoy that. Okay. Do you want some time to find a paper? Any kind of paper, right? So what I do, now I'm going to make two square shaped piece of papers, 2 square shape. Then for that, I first do what? I divide this paper, I fold it as in the middle, right? Then half. Now you can see that I folded the paper to make it half in long side. Okay, right. Now, I think you are coming with me. Now, I fold one corner, right? The double side, see? I fold that corner to get the same size at this side and do like this, make it sharp. Then you get this, okay? Is it clear? So I folded this corner, the corner which is open inside, okay, to the side which I have folded, okay. Now I can have 2 square-shaped pieces of the paper. Now what I should do, if you don't have a scissor, what you can do, you can tear the paper, okay. Now you can fold it again like this, and you can break through this or cut through this. I hope that you have a scissor with you, as Niranjan has sent the message. Now I cut through that. If you don't have a scissor, you can tear that. Right, separate the 2 square-shaped papers. Okay, now I separate that as well. Okay, I separate 2 square-shaped pieces of papers. Now we have 2 squares. Clear? Right. Now already I have folded it. You can see that. Let's fold it again. If I see the other children as well, give me 1 second. Whether they are coming with me, I can't see your work. I can't see your work. All right. Okay, great. Right, let's go ahead. Right. Now, I have a triangle shaped. Bhante is also following us. Thank you, Bhante. Now, we have a triangular shaped paper, okay? The folded paper, right? Now, what I'm going to do, I have to fold it again by keeping the finger like this into the middle, right? Fold it to the top. You have to get this point to the top of the triangle, right? I think you got it. You get to the top. And the other side as well, you can fold it to the top. Now you can see the shape like this, right? You can see that. I folded like this, okay? Now, again, now say these are becoming the ears of 8, right? See, the ears are those, right? How it might happen. Again, we should fold it to the opposite side. Okay, now you folded this side, fold it to the opposite side. Remember, when you fold something or when you touch something, now we are keeping attention on our touch as well as how do you feel the sounds We have heard a very slight sounds of the paper when you fold. Right? Listen to that. And now we get this shape. Okay? Right, very good. Now, you can see the top of the head. Usually their head is flat, isn't it? So, make it folded to the opposite side, like this. Right? Fold it. It's better when you fold its ear, right? Don't get to the corner itself. You can see here, I have left a small place here.
Yes, Samanthi, I think you had to repeat that again. Just, I also missed it.
Right. Sorry
Yes.
then. I think
From here, yes.
Yeah, let's go to this position again. When you fold the ears backside, okay? Don't come to the corner. See, I have left some space because it has a kind of shape like that. Here, I have left a small space without coming to the corner. Now, it should be like this. The corner is like this, okay? Is it clear? Right, good. Now fold it again. The head is now covered. Now look at the face of it, but it's still not complete because lower part of the face is a triangle. Now we are making it folded. Okay, what to do? Now fold in a way like this. Right. Now I folded the face. Now you can see a hexagon. Hexagon and two triangles, isn't it? Got it? Okay. Now, lastly, you folded the paper like this, right? I need you to keep that open. Look at carefully. Open and fold both parts inside. Both parts inside because we have to put its body inside this. Okay, now it looks like a cover. Got it? It looks like a cover. Now it's a pocket. Okay? It became a pocket now because we put its body into this. Okay, now I need you to draw its face nicely like this. Shall we? Right. I'm going to take a pen. You can use a pen for that. We are drawing. Wait. Okay. Here, 3 lines. And at its face sides, 3 lines. Draw like this. You can make your own things, no problem. Then let's draw the eyes. Let's draw the eyes. Okay, then let's draw the inside of their ears. You can draw a small triangle inside the ear. Okay. And you have your own face of the cat. Let's go to the body. Now keep aside your face. Let's take the other square. Okay. Hope that you do it. Pinnacle. Sun has made 2 of them. I'm very slow because they're following me. That's good. Okay, now we have the other one. I have folded before as a triangle, right? What I'm going to do now, this is the opening side, okay? Then from this corner, fold it like this. Fold it like this. Another triangle, another small triangle, okay? That's its tail. Okay, its tail. Now we made the tail of it. Now fold the top of that because we are going to keep the head in. Okay, fold this top. Now the body is formed. Now take your head of the cat and put inside this. Right? Now we are ready. Done? Now you have your own cat. But remember, how do I keep like this? I had to make a small trick. Here, I put another paper, folded paper, and pasted inside to keep it kind of stronger. Because this is a paper, we can't keep this. It falls down. Therefore, what I do, I take another paper, fold like this, right? And I put it inside the strip of it. Okay, I folded a strip to make it stronger. And I put inside. It's a big trick. Okay, now it's there. See? My little cat is looking at you. Wow, beautiful cats are there. Hope that you enjoyed it. If anyone lost the way of that, you can ask questions, right? If you couldn't complete, you can ask. I know that if you find your own ways, you may make very nice work. And hope that you are mindful to the touch and the sounds, and even the pen gave me a kind of a smell. You may be able to get those, right? So when you are mindful, you can enjoy anything.
Samanthi, can we take a group photo? I want everybody to hold it like this.
Ah, yeah, sure.
Yes. Mitum Netum, I cannot see you. Okay, everybody.
It says meow.
Tenol, you didn't finish. For
Vihasvita,
now, I will take who have.
Vihasvita, wait, Niranjan.
Yes.
Vihasvita, what happened? Yeah. Ah, okay, good.
Good.
Bye,
Yes,
Baba.
we have. Wait a minute. Wait, I will spotlight. Okay, remove.
Aaron, Mitum, Nitum.
I cannot. Yeah. Okay, I will take gallery view now. Bhante, you want to tell something?
Oh, someone got very angry.
The smile has gone.
I think I used a red coloring pen, so it's not showing.
Yes, now showing. Okay, nice, Bhante.
Nice.
Yes. Thank you. It's really nice, Samanthi, that we are very lucky to have you back because I was struggling today how to do this activity and everything. So
That's
it's
my
nice, and
pleasure.
I will share my telephone number. You can share the photos of this beautiful cat you made.
Yes, you can use color papers or any other papers as well. And find a trick to keep it without falling. Thank you, Bhante. Thank you, Niranjan and Tenkuputan or other sons.
Okay.
Yeah, I didn't see the. How about Netadidua? There are girls as well, right?
Yes, but
Yeah.
okay. Thank you, Samanthi, again. And over to you, Tenuka. Please send your photos of this cat to this number I shared. And Tenuka, you can take over.
I have a story. Is it okay? Is time is over? Is the time
Yes,
over?
yes, because we have enough time. Like we can take another 5-10 minutes. No worries.
Okay, then because our Bhante mentioned about mindfulness and being without shaken or had to be at that moment happily, then that's a real story I need to share with you all. A teacher reached a country. The children were very different than her own country. Those children were like, they could not listen properly and they have not trained to sit properly or stand properly, right? Very different. Then it was a very big challenge. Then she got the first class to teach them the most, catastrophic class, as the other teachers say. Then teacher reached that class. Of course, when she looked at the class surrounding, it was like a jail, but was half broken with the windows and door, and the chairs and the desks were half broken, but they had enough furniture yet. Then there was another master inside. When she reached there, he was introducing the new teacher and was instructing the children not to make any problem. Then that master went out. The children started to run and to make the class upside down, right? Like as normal. Then what the teacher did, she was not shaken by that. She was just looking at what they are doing, and she started to study about them, and she got some ideas about them. Finally, by a few minutes, they couldn't do any more things because the teacher was also trying to play with them. Then they stopped it and they started to listen. Then after that, anyway, after the period, the teacher comes to the staff room. The other teachers are waiting to hear about the experience, and they thought the teacher will be exhausted. But they wondered about the teacher's smile yet, because she was very happy to finish that work and come. Then the other teachers asked, how did you face that? Then what the teacher said, I was mindful. I was at the present moment. I enjoyed the class with them. I didn't want to teach them the subject, but I wanted to make their mind upside up because their mind is upside down. They were not ready to listen. What the teacher was to do, she wanted to make their mind upside up. She could do that, not at once. It takes time. So we have to give the time for that. We have to let it be. If we are going to control, as Bhante said, the things are broken, isn't it, Bhante? The things are broken when we are going to control. If you want to change something, we have to adapt. My children, you are very lucky. You are so blessed. I don't have words to say that. This few number, we only have about very few. Yeah, we are very lucky in this world. Only very few children practice this. You are among them. You are among them. Be happy and thank to your parents for giving this chance. Thank to Bhante and Niranjan and our organizers who are doing this great job, and use it. Use it in your life. You are very lucky. Thank you. And you may have a wonderful time.
Thank you, Samanthi Auntie.
Yes.
Most venerable.
Wait a minute, Thenuka. Thank you, Samanthi. And there's one hand raised. Like Vihas, you want to talk?
My sister wants to say something. I want to make the cat.
For Bhante. Just stop. Yes.
I want to make that cat. She said she wants to make the cat.
Vihat, did you learn how to make a cat?
I forgot how to make it.
What we can do, Puta, we have, it's recorded in Facebook. So you have to ask one of your parents to show this under SatiPasala Foundation.
Okay.
And okay, go by today's date. If you now, as soon as we finish, you can check because it is the on the top recorded one. Okay, and put the date, and you can get the recordings. If you can share one of your numbers, I can share the link for that.
Okay.
Through WhatsApp. Okay. So sorry, Puta, because we have to finish it within 2 hours. We are almost there. So try that way. Okay, Puta?
Okay.
Okay. Yes, Aaron. Aaron also wants to speak. Yes, Puta?
I also forgot to make the cat. I wasn't able to do it.
Okay. I will share SatiPasala Foundation Facebook link here. You just click that and find with the date, today's date. Then you can listen, check the recording, and you can make it, Putha.
Right, thank you.
Over to you, Tenuka.
Most Venerable Dhammoshad Swamin Wahansa, as we are at the end of the program, I would like to give a brief summary of today's session. As usual, we started the session with a small story about mindfulness. Then we did mindful walking and mindful sitting, and read and discussed our reports with the group. I'd also like to thank Samanthi Auntie in doing a fun cat making activity with us. Finally, I am taking this opportunity to thank our most venerable Dhammoshad Swamin Wahansa on behalf of all our mindful friends who have joined today's session and for giving us this valuable experience about mindfulness. Have a mindful week. Terwan Sanna you all.
Everyone say no.
Thank you, Bante, for joining with us today. Okay, thank you, Tenuka and Samanthi. So I have shared the link. I will wait few minutes if you can copy the link of this SatiPasala. Hope it will work. I'm also not sure. Yeah, it goes to the same page. So you can just copy this